What is going on, everybody? Hello! It is Pixel Partners here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney Investigations. When we left off,
yes,
there was okay. So we got clearance to go, investigate.
Yep.
Except we can't do the fucking Yatagarasu stuff. Because Lang's like, no, you can't do that. And then Bad shows up, conveniently saying that, right as we learned that Master the Second has been killed.
Yep.
Oh yeah, and Larry's a thing now.
Yep. When something smells, it's usually the Butz.
Pretty much.
Or it's that 7-year-old lollipop that just came out of Bad's mouth. I don't know yet.
I don't want to even. Too late. I already imagined what it might smell like.
Oh man, one of our wonderful fans, Pedro, said after Allie's comment in yesterday's video that Mantra was too predictable that we should flip it, and we did.
I said I would channel you.
Yeah.
And boy, I did. I
Yeah,
slipped up with the Phoenix.
But hey, so do I.
That's why. That's why I'm like a genuine Evan impression right there.
Thankfully, I haven't done that in a while.
Down to I did it for you.
Thank you very much.
I think I handled it the same way you would have.
Yeah.
Not Phoenix, right?
Yeah. What am I? No, not that. All right, so. We got Bad here. He's gonna tell us about the initial investigation.
Because for some reason, like, what happened in my head is for some reason, all the months and months and months of hearing you say Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and I'm just like, it just took it from that. My mouth was like, that's what we're saying. And it's like, no, it's not what we're saying. Stop.
All right, let's go find out something about this initial investigation.
I went over it in my head twice. I was good, and then I went to say it, and then it was bad. But that's life.
That's the way it works.
That's just how talking is for me.
About the murder of Damask II. Would you be willing to fill me on a few of the details?
Damask 2.
Oh yeah, when the Yatagarasu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty and put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene. Oh yeah. Taking advantage of the chaos. Damask II, he broke into this embassy. Ooh, let me tell you what, probably to steal some treasure or another.
And I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in this room?
And off camera, I was pointing out how Bad's friggin' theme song sounds like someone banging pots and pans together in the background.
Yeah. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective?
Ooh, that samurai. Ay.
Oh no, don't.
He was born looking suspicious, but for the reasons you suspect, but for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. As you can plainly see, he's completely harmless.
Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. Tonight, here at the Bastion Embassy, oh yeah, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech. And that's when the Yatagarasu showed.
Oh.
But keep in mind, the Yatagarasu isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats for the guests who had been called to sit in them were empty.
A no-show? Who was it that failed to take their seat?
Everyone.
The Steel Samurai, oh yeah. Until the speech was to begin, each samurai of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for a weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at the time.
And where was he?
He was on the roof with one of his legs down a chimney, oh yeah.
Santa Claus?
That chimney leads directly into this room.
Larry Butz, you really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking?
What was he doing? He's just standing there.
He's like, oh, they're talking about me, aren't they? Oh, this is gonna be bad. In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. Best Embassy, Alabama Ambassador's office.
Allie!
All right, I'm not talking to you yet. Hey, grandfather clock.
Just right in the face. I'm not talking to you yet, and then walks away. Can you imagine Edward's walking up to Larry, gets in his face, I'm not talking to you yet.
Yeah.
And then he walks over to the left. Hey, look, a grandfather clock.
He absolutely would. He'd be like, I'm not talking to you yet.
Be like,
grandfather clock, huh?
It's like, Edward, are you okay?
There was a grandfather clock just like...
He'd rather talk to a clock.
Just like this one in the Babalese embassy earlier.
God.
You know, symmetry is a fine thing, but their interior design really suffers for it.
Oh gosh. Really? I think this clock actually fits the decor of this room quite well.
I suppose the wood does suit the all-natural atmosphere of this room.
Its design as the materials made of strikes a good balance with the plants.
Hey, you two! Now's not the time to be talking about interior decorating, you know. Hurry up and save me!
Be quiet!
Ah!
This is all part of my elite investigation. All you need to do is be quiet and watch.
Actually, I do believe Larry has a point for once. But I'm not talking to him yet. Plants.
There are decorative plants here as well.
They're defecate plants? They
what?
pooped?
No! This room is overflowing with nature!
Humans used to live in the grandeur of nature once long ago. I believe I'm not mistaken in thinking that those people truly loved nature.
Oh. This coming from a man who loves shows featuring costumed actors.
Oh, she just had to go there again, didn't she? I'll check you out soon, buddy. Hopefully you're not wrong. That would suck.
Yeah.
Hey,
whoa,
but we can look at this.
birdies!
What? What?
Look at the babies!
2 gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. Let's not worry about the tree that's hanging inside.
With a bird's nest.
I'm sure flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name.
Watch it be like horrible. Miles Edgeworth, are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare.
Passion flowers? It's a rather unusual name.
It was named by priests in the 15th century for the Passion of Christ.
As they say, you learn something new every day.
Huh.
I should get one for him. No, he wouldn't like that, would he? I don't know. All right.
He has had the same plant for a long time.
True.
She's been sitting in that corner for forever now.
Just.
Does that mean he likes plants? Should I get in the game?
Oh God. Just read your
This
line.
must be Ambassador Alba's desk.
His notebook is open on his desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work. Sapling growth log. It finally sprouted today.
Oh. Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me.
God damn it.
The birdies! We're not gonna talk about the birds.
I don't have a way to really.
They're so cute.
Because I mean that just goes to the plants. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with that order of just a random tree hanging inside this window at all times making. Yeah, Larry. All right, Larry. Let's talk. If you're gonna break into a building, why use a tiny? There's a tree that leads you right inside. That's probably safer than getting stuck in a dumbass chimney.
Can you picture him skillfully climbing a tree?
I can't imagine him skillfully getting down a chimney. I'm surprised he's not got his
chimney,
fat ass stuck.
A chimney is when you could just fall down into it. Have you ever seen Mario? He just slides right on in. You don't see Mario climbing trees to get places.
Damn it, Larry, up on the housetop. Click, click, click.
It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently.
Yes, I can't say that I see anything unusual about it. Oh my God, is there an alternate universe where Phoenix Wright is Santa Claus? Santa Claus? Good Saint Nick?
Santa Claus?
Up on the housetop, click, click, click. Down through the chimney, a good Saint Nick. Put him in it.
Oh.
Someone, you need to draw that. The Santa Claus, Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix as Santa?
Yes.
You know what?
Down with the chimney, good Saint Nick.
That'd be a good little sketch. I'll do that. I'll do that.
There's something for you to have a little bit of fun.
It wouldn't take me very long.
I know.
I've been drawing him enough.
The person shaking hands with the Steel Samurai in this picture is Ambassador Alba.
God, he's terrifying.
He's so old.
It looks like he's wearing a mask.
Is he the master mask?
Okay. It was taken just before the murder.
The Steel Samurai must be very popular. They're even using the National Treasure as backdrop.
I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about Top Knot there?
Clearly there's a depth to this show that a young person like you can't fathom.
Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costume actors?
Ah, boy. So, let me get this right. Let me get this right.
Let me get this right.
Wow, I'm slurring my letters.
Let me get this right.
So, they took a picture together just for the murder that's already framed and put on its own table over here.
Oh yeah, wow.
when they said that was taken right before the murder.
Yeah.
Because that would be like right before the murder. They had time to print it out, put it in a frame that frames it perfectly
and
next to a flower on its own table.
On a freaking, that might be a little mat too, like a little rug doily type thing there too. I like what?
I mean, sure, I'll give them credit. Maybe that table was there and they had that flower on there, and maybe there was a mat lying around that they could use to put it down there.
Game logic.
But they had the perfect picture frame, and they had someone in this embassy who has one of those photo printers. It's like, hey, can you do that for me? All right, I'm gonna look at this symbol now. The counterpart of the Bob-Lee's butterfly.
Butterlee's Bobafly.
Is the alabastrian flower.
So butterfly and flowers are both lovely things. But can we interpret this to mean that Alabast provides honey to Babal?
Francesca, can't you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment?
Oh! Very well, then let's hear what sort of profound comment you can come up with.
Well, flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen, and butterflies cannot live without the nectar that flowers provide. If either one were to disappear from the equation, neither would survive. How was that, Miss Von Karma?
Your explanation took so long that I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation.
Yeah, Francesca, why can't you just admit I had something there?
He did have something there.
Yes, he did. All right, let's look at this knife collection. There are some weapons on display.
Crossbow.
Yeah. At first, when it was the zoom out, I thought that was like the hilt of a massive blade where the blade was missing. Because when it's not that close up, you can't see
you mean like a sword without the blade?
Yeah, because you can't see the string when it's zoomed out. So it looked like the hilt of a sword.
That like
a big great sword.
Like a giant Buster sword, like Cloud Strife style.
Not one of those, but like, the long, like a longer great sword.
A broadsword, basically.
Yeah. Wasn't a broadsword still pretty wide? I don't know. I don't know much about swords. I'm still thinking of a thin sword, but just a long one. Anyways, there are some weapons on display at this wall. Crossbow, and
I think a broadsword's the kind of thing that Pyramid Head has, if I'm not mistaken.
I have no idea. A set of knives bearing
great
a flower
sword,
motif.
Buster, blade, freaking.
They must be the counterparts of the Bob-Lee's knives.
I haven't played a game with swords in it in a very, 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 very long time. So
I know.
Please, everyone, bear with me.
Which means
if you didn't want to be mad at anyone, be mad at Evan, because he's played Assassin's Creed lately, and there's swords in there. So
yeah, and I'm starting to get tired of it.
Okay, anyway, we're off.
Which means that the blades inside these scabbards
I'm very
should
talkative
match the blade
today.
that was used to kill Mr. Cochin.
I don't know why.
I've almost inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
Maybe it's because I was working earlier.
Maybe.
And I had to talk to people.
Number one, the crossbow.
Because working.
Crossbow. Why is there a weapon on display in a place like this?
I've always wanted to fire a crossbow.
Of course.
I wonder why there are no whips on display here.
Because you're the only one that likes whips. Statue. I can spot absolutely no difference between this prima due statue and Babal's.
Yeah. The statue's face looks a bit like that costumed hero you like so very much.
A lot like it, actually.
I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face.
The statue wasn't made by an American, at least I don't suppose so. The knives. Knives adorned with flowers are on display here. I suspect that these are all the counterparts of the Bob-Lee's knives. The blazing knife should match the blade of the knife that killed Mr. Cochin. What? One of the knives is missing its blade. Let's see if the two pieces of the blade and handle fit each other. Boom.
It would appear that they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly.
Then this means that an alabaster knife did find its way into Babal. But how? How about this spear?
Yep.
Samurai's primary weapon, the samurai spear.
We've seen that many times.
Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny just like my heart.
What?
The tip is also bent. What did you do to this, Larry?
It comes at you like whoosh. When you hold it, you just want to live life like bam.
You do well to watch what you say, Larry.
Yeah, you make it sound like you want to go around throwing it at people.
Yeah, it is just as Larry says. The spear is quite the symbol of valor. However, speaking of spears, aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm not entirely convinced the spear is up to the task.
Looks like he hit it with something.
Yeah,
What's wrong,
Or hit
Edgy?
something with it.
You're just staring off into the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell you the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine. Did I say anything about wanting one? If you can shut up, I've shown him the piece of. If I show him the piece of evidence,
Edgeworth, you know you want one. Come
that'll
on now.
point something out about this spear.
You know you want one.
All right, so oh my God, that tree is absolutely terrifying
Why?
because it has a face on it.
Oh, you mean like with the big nose?
Yes.
With the angry eyes? And then like the mouth underneath the nose? And
Yeah.
it looks like the light green looks like hair.
Yeah.
And then the underneath
Actually, I think that looks a lot like.
Yeah, it
looks
does.
kind of like him.
Oh, wow, it
he
does.
has a plant in his honor. Anyways, this is you,
what is that plant supposed to be?
Francesca. Can't you see it's supposed to be a likeness of Master Alba?
Miles Edgeworth, as a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your next salary assessment next month.
You're deluding yourself if you think you have any control over that. All right, so
It's so terrifying.
I don't know if we have anything yet. Because, I mean, no, I think I've got to look around a little bit more before I find out this. Because do we have anything that would point out how his knife got bent? That I don't believe.
How this knife got bent?
Or how the tip of his spear got bent. I don't think there's any. No, it's not even in there. So let's go look at Master Mask's body before we try and deduce anything.
Yeah.
Is this the last spot? Well, aside from the statue, we can look at this straight on. There was the exact same statue sitting in that Bob Lee's office we examined.
It's the Prima Du statue. It was the national treasure of the Principality of Cadopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabas and Bilbao claim to have the real thing.
What an incredibly childish fight to have.
For real. Mine's the real one. No, mine's the real one.
For real. We're still inspecting every suspicious looking nook and crate. Oh, I've got to inspect around here too. Okay.
The face.
Well, I mean, it's all the same thing apparently, so I'll just... It's a Prima statue. There was one of these on the Bob Lee side as well.
Oh, I hear it's very valuable and made of pure gold. It was the national treasure of Cadopia. There is only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabas and Bilbao claim to have the real thing and won't budge from their claim.
What an incredibly childish fight to have.
They literally just said that.
Yeah.
It was just paraphrased a little bit.
Yeah. Now, I wonder, if we look at the Bilbao one, let me see if I can check this one and get... that one's burnt a little bit. Because I was trying to think, like, maybe one of them is too similar to the Steel Samurai.
Oh.
And that one would be the fake, because they would just be like, let's take the Steel Samurai figure and just boop. But that's just the same thing we're looking at. They both look... Well, let me see. Let's see. That one's got that little waist thing.
Well, they're also
try.
both supposed to be made of pure gold.
God, they're both the same, but I don't know. Let's set this one on fire. See if it melts like plastic.
Does gold burn?
I don't know. All right, let's go look at the body here. So this is the victim, Damask II.
What is with his gaudy outfit?
You don't know about Master Damask? A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace.
So this thief is separate from the Yatagarasu?
Well, I thought they were for a while because their MO and targets were different. Damask likes sci-fi trinkets and jewelry and being gaudy in his signature. Gumshoe was in charge of the investigation, so he'd know more about Damask.
That's alright. I'd probably hear all I'd probably hear are tales of his failure anyway.
You haven't changed a bit, I see.
In any case, let's get started here, shall we? And every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Yeah. Number one, you're holding something in your hand. That seems important. What is he holding? Looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. It appears that directions on how to reach this room were written by hand. And there's something written on the back as well.
I'd like you to steal the Prima Du statue in this room. What is that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that?
If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Just who's the person that requested the thief from the Prima Dew statue? Theft of the Prima Dew statue.
I was waiting for you to fix that yourself.
Whoopsie, let's look at the body.
They look kind of small.
Yeah, I
Maybe
mean,
that's just-
Ronald's
maybe-
small.
True.
Hey, this is
Oh,
you.
that's me. There's not a single shred of fashion sense in Damask costume.
Ow. Well, at least I can appreciate the great effort he must have put into making it.
Well, you two don't know you can buy this costume almost anywhere now.
It's being sold? Since when?
Since around New Year's, the streets are practically flooded with them.
Oh.
Turns out the mask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be.
I can't believe that foolish fool who dressed in fool's clothing to act foolishly.
You got your point about 3 foolishes back, Francesca. Alright, the hat.
There's not a single shred of...
That's the same thing. Alright, what about his face? Is his face anything new? Let's take a look at his face. Unmask him! Thought that the mask had quit
Yeah.
the business.
This guy, he's just a copycat using the name. A phony successor. He's just another petty thief over here. His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Kashinu. He's 29 and won on larceny charges. From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy is the real Damask II.
Because that appears to be loss of blood from the back of his head.
Huh.
Seems he was struck by something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death.
Yikes.
Well then. About the blade!
It looks like maybe he was hit with that? Yeah.
I don't know. This is the murder weapon in this case.
There's blood on the blade. It's a rather sweeping sword, isn't it? What does that mean?
I don't know. What do you expect? It's Steel Samurai Daddy's second weapon.
I
I hate that. I only call it a secondary because although he uses his sword in most of his
forgot
battles,
that it's a family unit thing, and I'm just
Yeah.
like, what? And then like, oh, okay. There was like a moment of panic.
yeah,
My fight or flight response was activated for a second, and I was like, oh wait,
it's his trusty samurai spear that he turns to in a real fight.
God, you sure know quite a bit about this Steel Samurai.
That's only because I saw the stage show earlier. The owner of this sword is the Steel Samurai, or in other words, Larry. I should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. Huh. What about this, whatever that is?
I suppose this was the wrapping cloth the Master Second used to carry his stolen goods. But there's nothing wrapped in it now. I guess he never did manage to get his hands on whatever it was he was about to steal.
Huh.
We read the
Okay.
note. He was about to steal the statue.
Alright, is there anything else there? I don't think so, but yeah, I already checked this, so that's everything we got.
Cool, okay.
We need the note and the note and the blade.
The note and the
All right, Larry.
Oh
need to talk.
God, Larry and his fake muscles.
Larry, there are a few things I need to
I'm
ask
gonna
you
be
about.
angry if that's actually real.
What do you mean?
The muscles.
Ah, no, that's part of the suit.
It's like there's no way.
Hey, yeah, but Dad, I got a few things I gotta ask you too.
Muscles are wasted on a human being like him.
What is it?
Was that a little too extreme?
Nah, it's like both you and him. How's it the two of you always manage to have some cute hot girl by your side? And Francie, what about that promise you made to me?
Promise? What promise?
The one where you said you would model for my next book, Francie's Whippity Whip Trip.
Oh, remember that?
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
I made no such promise.
Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the Butz.
Yeah.
One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers.
Capitalized. That's how you know it's big.
Yeah. Steel Samurai. What the fuck are you doing here? As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Larice Dunham now?
Yeah, that's right.
That's Dunham! Larice Dunham! Get that straight in your head,
Yeah,
Edgy.
he said it wrong.
Yeah. Down him.
Dumb. Now
Dummy.
I remember. You're that rude, pale imitation of a real artist.
No, you got it all wrong. I give up on that whole Larice business. Besides, when Bangelina left me and my heart in pieces.
Who?
That's when Mindy walked into my life.
Oh my God.
She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could through the Steel Samurai outfit.
Your name blasphemy makes less and less sense each time we meet.
I agree. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess.
Oh.
You got it. I knew you'd know what I meant, Edgy.
Not really. It's not so much as I understood, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry.
Just chasing girls.
What the hell were you doing at the time of the murder? Larry, I'd like you to confess right now to everything you did tonight.
Confess, hey, don't tell me you suspect me too.
Yes.
Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder.
Oof.
However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. For past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event.
Edgy, how can you be so mean, stab me with your words like that?
Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know.
Okay, I get it. Just stop Francie from whipping me from behind. So, I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy?
Edgy.
I can't even begin to imagine, however. I imagine that whatever you were up was probably beyond my imagination. So you will tell me exactly what you did, Larry.
Nope, not it, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips. A lot more.
Confess now.
Oh. Okay, well, I was up on the roof. Up on the housetop, click, 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 down to the chimney with good St. Phoenix.
And why exactly were you up there?
Oh, you know, that winter custom and the legendary hero.
Legendary?
Hero?
Santa Claus.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm out of here.
Oh my
I'm out of here.
He's getting up.
I'm
No,
outta here.
come back.
I'm out of here. This video's all yours.
No, wait, what? No. Come back. This is Pixel Partners.
Kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Was he trying to be Santa Claus? Is that what this was? Is that what this was? Is that?
You better have a good answer for this,
Was
Larry.
he trying to be Santa? Like, did he?
I am going to take that sword.
Did he just want to experience what it would have been like to be Santa?
I'm gonna break
Oh my
that. I'm gonna
God.
break the tip of that spear off in his sphincter. I tell you what.
Oh,
Santa Claus.
Santa?
Claus.
I'm gonna do that thing he does, so I climbed up the one of the chimneys.
He really did.
But when I got there was smoke pouring out of the chimney.
Oh my god.
But the other was on. The other one was on fire. Okay. And
Well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up.
Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right?
Of course I know. I did graduate from junior high, you know.
Oh my
You
god.
should also understand this.
He
If
didn't
Santa
even
was
go to
real,
high school. No wonder he's so dumb.
he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history.
Oh, cried.
It is your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as a prime suspect in this murder.
He graduated
Come on, man.
middle school.
What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa?
He has a middle school diploma.
Let's start with the fact that it will be the ideas of March in a matter of hours. Santa only visits homes on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit.
It's not Christmas.
No.
Hey.
Hey, wait a sec. We're not in court.
All right, the murder weapon. Larry, about the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon.
Oh, Dad? Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know.
Yes, apparently you did.
Yeah, well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. You want to talk about shock? I was the most shocked of all when I heard it killed someone.
Oh my god.
Shocked!
Foolish fool looking, especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse. You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale?
Sorry, Miss Montgomery, but I believe him. Because
What?
if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry.
Angie, you believe me.
Oh my god.
I believe you, I just don't believe in you, pal. That's the...
I just knew that our friendship is something special.
Oh my god.
Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name, which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. Oh,
Christ.
God.
This man?
I don't know about that
This
one.
man-child.
All right, what do we have in turn? Okay, we just have the smoke from the chimney, so... All right. Now, the organizer. I wonder if... He probably doesn't know anything about the notes, but... I can see if he knows anything about the notes.
True.
Larry, do you want to know anything about these notes? Everyone, if you might know about this. Know what this is. Nope, not a clue. You didn't even look at it. Nah, that's because the only thing I can see right now is the form of my lovely frenzy.
Oh, in that case, allow me to help you sear my form into you for all eternity.
Whippity, whip, trip. Oh my god, he likes it. He is... Now, this is a triple moon to endorse, especially if we can finally get some peace here. No. Oh, God. All right, Larry. I'll leave you alone. Okay. We're in the middle of this mystery.
It was like one of those, like, crying happy things. It's just like, you noticed me, but it also hurts.
Yeah.
Hurt me more, Snake.
What?
Metal Gear Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I remember now.
Now that we're knee deep in this mystery, next time we got some talking to do to you
Wolfie.
and your friend.
And then bad.
He's just gonna stare at the body for 23 and a half hours.
So this is what it's like to be back on the force. Oh, yeah.
Even though he's been on the force.
Oh, no. Unjustifiably in a position I'd rather not be.
All right, bye, everybody.
Bye.